What does it mean to get on the frequency? Hmm. When I moved to Spain in 2021, I didn't know any Spanish. I never lived in a foreign country before. I didn't know anybody. And I didn't even have a place to live. So when I looked at this experience that I was going into, it seemed impossible. It seemed absolutely impossible to begin with. But I had the end result in my mind. I built the end result in my mind, and I gave it to my mind to work with. So reflecting on it now, I got on the frequency of the thing in that way. It's about bringing the end result, whatever that thing is for you, grabbing that end result and bringing it to who you are right now. So I had this idea of what I wanted it to look like. I had this desire in my mind. I had a strong idea of what I wanted it to look like, and I gave it to the mind for it to course correct its way there. And I wanted to learn Spanish. I wanted to live in a foreign country. I wanted to create a new friend group from scratch, and I wanted to start from zero in this way. It sounded adventurous. Even though it was wildly intimidating, it seemed impossible at first. It seemed adventurous. And I did all those things. I lived in Spain for 2 years. But I just remember this feeling of it seeming impossible to begin with. And in the same way, making money online over these past few years seemed impossible to begin with. And I can almost guarantee you there's something in your life right now that just seems impossible. That just seems impossible to begin with. And it's probably the reason why you're watching this video or subscribe to my channel. This main topic of reality creation, of understanding the details of this process in a better way, when the thing just seems impossible, man. But you give the mind that definite goal, desire, it is going to course correct for you the way there. It's almost like you take the end goal of what it is, that end identity, who you are, that end person, and you create this imaginary string attached to that end goal. You bring the thing to right now. You bring that person to right now. And I know it might sound confusing at first. If it's your first time hearing this, what does it mean to get on the frequency, right? These topics of quantum physics, metaphysics, spirituality, meditation, visualization. It's about filling your mind and body with the experience of it already being accomplished. That's how you get on the frequency. And you hold that. You hold that. You become the person right now who already has the thing. What does that feel like? Would the person in your desired reality be complaining about not having things? Or would the person from your desired reality be looking at your material world and thinking, oh, I don't have it yet? So you see, when you do this work, there's some unlearning to take place here, right? You have to take the focus off of the material world, the external validation that the world is giving you, that we're accustomed to, about the material world telling us we're a certain type of person. And wow, taking your focus off of the material world and putting it more to the immaterial world, that seems fucking backwards, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Very backwards. So you have to fill your mind and body with the experience of already being the person. You're already in the end result. It's already accomplished. And you stomp out every bit of fear, uncertainty, and doubt around that. You give your mind the definite target and you let it course correct. You give your mind that definite target of the emotions, the feelings, the visuals, the images of the end result already being done. You give that to your mind to course correct, and you just stick with it as you twist and turn and you bash on the walls a little bit, right? So let's use a radio station as an example to understand this better, okay? What does it mean to get on the frequency? What does this mean, right? Well, a radio station is a frequency. When you turn on the radio and you listen to a certain radio station, you're getting on a frequency there. You're listening to a certain radio station that gives you a certain experience, right? So let's say your desired reality is to listen to country music. Perfect. So you flip on the radio to 102.9, the country station, and you listen to country music. And when you do that, you're in your desired reality, right? You're on the frequency. You're having the experience that you want to have. And when you're listening to the country music station, right, your desired reality is done, you're on the experience, you wouldn't complain about wanting to listen to country music and, oh, I want to listen to country music. Like, no, you're having that experience right now. You're on the frequency. You're listening to the station right now. You're in your desired reality in this way, right? So this is how you have to treat your desires. This is how you get on the frequency of your desires. You treat it the same way in this radio station example. You bring the end result to right now. And you being the identity, you being the person who already accomplished the thing, you don't complain about not having the thing. You don't operate with this fear and uncertainty and doubt. You keep giving your body this experience that it's already accomplished. You condition yourself. You train this identity on you like a muscle. And you don't so much focus on the goal itself. You focus more on the person you need to become who gets the goal effortlessly. That's how you get on the frequency. What are the feelings, the emotions, the thoughts, the thinking patterns, the behaviors, the way of being, the quality of your mind, the environment of your mind? That's getting on the frequency. And you hold that. You hold that.